Hey guys, 13 Tidy here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this adorable Nemo rainbow loom, and you can also make him into a charm, hence I have the little part up here, but I like to tilt it back and just make it look like a little fish. So let's get started. For this project, all you'll need is your rainbow loom, your hook, one C-clip, your white, orange, and black rubber bands. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start with your arrows pointing away from you, and then you want this kind of like set up, so this one's farther back than the other. And I'm actually going to keep my loom sideways, but still with my arrow pointing away from me. And I think it's just easier if you guys see it from the side, because it's easier to see. There's just a lot of like easiers. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to start with is the head. So what we're going to do is take, if I can even grab the rubber bands, 2 rubber bands and go from the middle to the left. And then 2 more rubber bands, so 2 meaning you're taking 2, and going from the middle to the right. And then the first thing I like to do is, so that I know that I do the same amount, is I like to go 3 down the middle. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. And then go 3, still using 2 rubber bands, go 3 on the side. So 1, oops. 2. I can't even pick them up right now. 3. And then go 3 on the other side. 1, 2. Sorry if my hand is getting in the way. 3. So that is the top part of your fish. Now you're going to take your white bands and you're going to take 2 and go from where you left off with the orange. Gosh, I can't even pick these up today. So I only put 1 on there because I only had 1, but there's 2. So still using double bands for all of these. I'll tell you when to use single bands. And now you're going to do the same thing, but do black bands. So we're just going to take the 2. little difficulties right now. That's okay. So there we go. We're almost done with the main part of our fish. And now we're going to go from the left to the center with double orange, then go from the right to the center, then go from the center to the center where you met up. The fin part is next. What we're going to do is still take 2 rubber bands and go from the center, so where you just met up, from the center to the right side, or the left side, it doesn't matter, and then from the middle to the left. I know I've been going from the middle to the left most of the time, so if you want to just keep that pattern going, feel free to do that. And then you are just going to go down your row with 2 rubber bands. You're going to do that 2 times and then do the other side. And now we're ready for the cap band. So all we're going to do is take a single orange and wrap it around 3 times. Ooh, I am so bad at doing this on camera. I don't know about you guys, but actually I think this is about 4 times I went around, so we're just going to do 4. 3, 4, let's see. Yeah, I went around 4, but that doesn't matter. It just makes it look more like a fin. So yeah, do 4. Unless your loom can't, or your rubber band can't go that many, then that is okay too. So now we're ready for hooking. So what we're going to do is flip our loom around. And actually, before we start that, I was just kidding, because we're not going to loop yet. We have to make the eye, of course. So what we're going to do is take your hook. I'm going to put this off to the side real quick. And take a single white band and wrap it around 3 times. 1 too many. So you should have 3 little loops. Then take a black one and do the same exact thing. Then you have another 3. And then take another white and do the same thing. And you're almost done with your eye. Now you're going to take a orange and just loop those onto your orange one. If you're not very similar with this way of doing an eye, this might be a little tricky for you to get these on. I know it used to be for me. It still sometimes is, hence it's still taking me a while. But it can be difficult, so if you can't get it your first time, just keep trying. It literally took me like 20 times before I ever got it. But there's your eye. Alright, I just had to do like a little repair to that eye, but it's all good. Actually, I just needed to put them back in order, because they were getting out of order. So now you want to go back and take your main part of the body, and you're going to go from the second peg, and you're going to go from loop one side on the right, and then loop the other side on the left. Just like that. But then you want to kind of like push your eye to one side. If you want to, you can take your hook and make sure that the eye stays over there. You can hook it like that. So you can just take it and hook it back so you know that your eye is going to stay on one side or the other. It doesn't really matter. And now it's time to put our cap bands on. So we're going to skip the top row, and now I'm just going to put a triangle cap band on. So I just put it around these. And then we're just going to keep doing that for every 3 below it. Until we get to the bottom. Whoops. Actually, that wasn't a whoops, that was just like I lost the rubber band in my hand. But now we are ready to start looping. So now just take your lovely hook and go underneath. We're going to go over here and hook that way. You're going to go underneath your cap bands. Make sure you get underneath all of it. I'm trying to create a little room so I can see. And then loop forward. And you should always get these teardrop shapes when you loop forward. So now there's nothing in the way here, so you just have to loop forward again. And then go on this side. Go underneath your cap band and loop forward. And go down, loop forward. And I actually should have done this side first, because this one is below this one. So actually, it doesn't matter, but I like to do it that way. And in the middle. Now this part is hard because there's so many bands and right here. So I like to tilt it and like look underneath here to see which band I have next. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So we're just going to take the very bottom rubber band, so I have it looped. And then mine is going to go to my right. So over this way. And it still forms that teardrop shape. Then tilt it to its side. I actually need to tilt it this way to be able to see it, because that's just more comfortable for me. So, just need to find the bottom 2. And mine are going to loop to the left. And then the ones to the center. Sorry if I'm off camera right now. Yeah, I kind of was. And then loop to the middle. Hurrah! We have like the hardest part done. And now you just want to go under these cap bands and go all the way and meet up in the middle. So I'm going to start off doing it, and then I'll just skip. Oops, I don't know how that happened. My hook, I don't know what it's doing. So I have them all looped to the top, and now I'm just going to loop them back into the center. And you are done with your looping. Most exciting part, but then it's like the most scariest, because then you're like, what if I didn't loop them all or something? That's the scary part. I hate that. But now we're just going to put our little piece on to make it a charm. So what you're going to do is hook, or put your hook through the lots of bands that are there, and then hook an orange one onto the side, and I like to turn it inwards and then pull it through so it doesn't get stuck on anything else. And it should look like that. Now you're going to just put that way over it, grab this part, it's easier if you have long nails, and pull it through. I like to put my hook through and then pull it. And there you go. And now it is time to unhook it, and I like to use my hook for this. Alright. And there is your little fishy. And then if you don't want this there, all you have to do is like kind of stick it in behind. Or what we're going to do now is add a mouth. So what you want to do is, you see how there are like the two like regular loops? You're going to go in the middle of both of them. So the middle right here and the middle right here. And that's where you're going to loop your little black piece from. So I'm going to stick my hook through one of those and grab the black and loop it through without grabbing any orange, which I did that time. This is a little tough, so it might take you a couple tries, but I got it looped through. And now you kind of want to hold it from both sides. So I have it on both sides of my little guy. And then what you want, this is hard to show on camera, but then you want to do is you want to go through the other area from the back. So you want to get through that same part from the back, and then kind of loop your first black piece on it. And then, since it's looped on there, just pull straight down, back out, and then loop the other part on your finger. And you can barely tell that there's a mouth right there because it's looped on my finger. But you need to take your C-clip, which, where did mine go? It's all the way over here hiding on me. And the nice thing I like about looping it on your finger is that you can just take your C-clip, even though it's not really working right now. You can just put your C-clip right on it. Ta-da! And now you just make the mouth look a little fuller by taking it and like pulling it on this side. Make sure to pull both of them. We pulled it a little too much. There you go, just enough so you see that there is a mouth there. And you're done. But if you do want now, if you want to hide this, you can just hook it on your C-clip. I'm just having difficulties today with that, huh? And it hides it really, really well. So now I have two, and I did one backwards in the way I did before, but that's okay. All you have to do is, if you want it this way, is to put your mouth on the other side and just have the eye stick out from that side. But I made mine on this side. So now I have two Nemos. They're so cute, and I love them so much. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and leave a big thumbs up. And tell me what you guys would like to see next. I like creating my own little patterns. If you guys haven't seen already, I have a tutorial on my Mike Wazowski. So definitely check that out if you haven't. But if you guys have any requests, I can see what I can do and work it out. And yeah. And also check out my Instagram, where you can also give me video requests. And yeah, my Instagram will be linked below, along with my Mike Wazowski video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.